Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where we unbox, give our first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and get notified when we have new videos. And if you've done that, thank you. Also, thank you so much for my members. I'm up to 4 now. So thank you so much for your financial support. I know you don't have to, but I surely do appreciate that. So today, before we get in what we want to talk about, don't forget we are trying to get 3 YouTubers to 1,000 subscribers before November 1st. Why November 1st? Because it's earlier than December 1st. Actually, it's when TFCon happens, and I'd love to see them at that 1K before TFCon Baltimore, which hopefully I should 90%. I think I'm going 90% sure. Fingers crossed. We're going to take a historical trip to Washington and then afterwards finish it off in Baltimore with TFCon and be out of there before the elections, because that's going to be a crazy time. But those 3 YouTubers, I'll put their picture right over here. There will be links in the description down below that you can go and support them, support your favorite YouTubers, support them because they're sharing their passion with you. So today we are going to take another look at a bandai SH Figuarts figure. And it is from the world of, you guessed it, Jujutsu Kaisen, my all-time favorite anime, which is over. And then I heard rumors that 2026 is when the next season is. I can't wait that long. Mappa, I know you need some rest, but come on, help a brother out. I need you a little bit sooner than that. But Jujutsu Kaisen, so we're going to take a look at a figure from the Hidden Inventory Premature Death arc. And you got it, folks. We're going to take a look at my 3rd Gojo, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen's, I hit it upside down, Satoru Gojo Tokyo Jujutsu High School version. So let's take a look at this. We'll compare them to the other Gojos, and I'll tell you my thoughts. So let's go to my lab, roll the intro. Yes, here you have it, folks. Satoru Gojo, the Jujutsu High School version. First of all, huge shout out to John at Utopia Toys and Models here in Knoxville, Tennessee, who gave me a really good deal on this figure so that I can review it for you all on this. As y'all know, Jujutsu Kaisen is one of my favorite animes that are out there. And if you haven't watched it, you can find it on Crunchyroll. All of it is in sub or dub. So if you want to watch that, go for it. And I encourage you to do it. There are 2 seasons and a movie. And the way you need to watch it is season 1, the movie, which is Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and then season 2. And season 2, the first 4 episodes is a flashback to Gojo and Geto's high school days. And it's called Hidden Inventory Premature Death Arc. And there are some really great scenes in that, some really great fight scenes. And not to spoil anything for you, but I mean, our hero here, Gojo, goes through a lot, and there's some shocking moments in it. And Toji, which is Fushigero's dad, is in it, which is really good. But here it is. This is him, Mr. Gojo himself, just like all Figuarts figures, has a picture of the action figure right there on the side. We can kind of see a little bit more on the back. You can kind of see some of the poses you can put him in, and then on the side some more of that good stuff. So as you know, Figuarts figures, they do cost a pretty penny. So this one, regular price, would normally be about $85 to $90. I won't tell you how much I got it for. Don't want y'all to go get the Jimmy G special over at Utopia, but just tell them Jimmy sent you. You never know what might happen. This right here is, I'm excited. This is my last Gojo of the SH Figuarts figures I got. If you don't remember, I did the Gojo battle between Anime Heroes and Figuarts, and then I did the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 Gojo, and now we're doing this one here. So let's get this baby out of the box so we can see what he is all about. Here you have him, folks. Satoru Gojo in the flesh, looking all high schoolish with his piercing blue eyes, with his 6 eyes and limitless technique, and all sorts of good stuff. So let me tell you what comes in the box. You get a bunch of hands, and I'm not going to show you all the hands. I just want to show you a couple. First of all, here we have the hands for the pockets. So with his hands in his pockets, you can do that. And then we have hands with a cell phone in it. Look at that crazy old looking cell phone. And then we also have sunglasses. And then just different hands for different poses, just like all Figuarts figures. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hands. And you get 4 faces. And so first face you get is the happy laughing face. Then you get the very happy and laughing face. Then you get the serious meaning business that I'm about to release hollow purple on you. And then you get this face too as well, the kind of content, I can beat anybody face on that. So those are the faces you get with Gojo, and here's the figure itself, and I'll show you how you can change that stuff out here in just a moment. But the figure itself is about 6.5 inches tall, and weighs about 200 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. But looks really, really great. And so let's bring it in for just a little closer inspection. Let me turn my lights up to a hunchski, so we can bring that in and just look at that face. It's a face of a high schooler. And just to show you how that face is differed, here is the first Jujutsu Kaisen figure. So really capturing some of the youthfulness in this one right there. But if you take a look, he's in his Jujutsu High uniform, so a lot different than what he wears now. It is black. He has some better shoes on, all sorts of good stuff, but it is just all black. And just the detail in the head and the hair, I mean, it just looks really, 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 really good. And as y'all know, with these figures, they do have quite a bit articulation. You have the neck articulation, and then you have the head that bobs up and down and spins and everything too as well. The neck actually spins as well, so you got to make sure you have everything kind of lined back up how you want it. The arm has this joint and this joint here, so it's kind of a double like joint there that you can kind of move, and it does spin more than a 90-degree bend. You can get it quite up there, especially if you spin this joint around, you can really get that up there. And then the fist is on a rotating ball too as well. You have the upper ab and then the lower ab. This is made of a softer plastic than this part. This part's a harder plastic, and you do have spin in those abs. The legs got a little bit of Jean-Claude, but not much there, but you do have the spin right here at the thigh. And then you have the more than a 90-degree bend at the knee, and then the spin at the ankle. The ankle's on a ball, as well as the ankle tilt there. And just like with all of these Figuarts figures, the face and stuff is pretty easy removable. There's a part of the hair that does come off, and then you can pop the face off. Now what's cool, I think this face actually you can put the sunglasses on, so let me see if I can do that. Let's get his coolness, his cool sunglasses. Oh, got to get it in the hair. That's the thing. Kind of fits in the hair. And there you go. Now he has his 6 eyes covered with the shades. So we got cool Gojo with his mojo on that. So very, very nice figure. Overall first impressions, again, this is built really great. And they always do a stupendous job at the articulation and the detail and the animation accuracy of these figures. So I am really excited. I really am ready to enjoy this figure. So, but before we do, we want to compare him with some other figures, and then we'll get him in various poses that you'll see after my video of poses that you can put this guy in. One that there's a couple things I wish that this had. So if you remember the Hidden Inventory Premature Death arc, when he has the rematch with Toji, his uniform is open. You can see his white shirt. And I wish you could do that where he has his white shirt, so that way you can do his, in heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one. kind of pose, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm going to get a flight stand so we can kind of get him in some poses and things like that too as well at the end. But I wish it had that, so that way you can do that. And I wish it came with like a hollow purple effect, but I know there are third-party companies and eBayers that do make those effects, which is really, really cool. So let's do this. Let's get him compared to some other figures. And here he is compared to the other two Gojos that we have. If you remember, this was the first review I did of the regular Jujutsu Kaisen Gojo. SH Figuarts figure did it with a battle against the anime heroes. Not really a battle, it's just kind of like figures for different purposes and different audiences. Then this is the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero Satoru Gojo. So you can kind of see the differences. The height is about the same, so that's really cool. The sad part when I learned about these two is the faces and stuff, not really too interchangeable on there. I mean, you can make it happen, it just doesn't work too well, and so same going here. But I believe the hands you could probably get in there. Now, just know that this guy's a little darker than these two right here. So he got a tan when he was a little older on that. But that is them. And then we have good old All Might here. I am here. And well, let's keep All Might over here. Let's bring in 7-inch Nightwing so he can kind of stand right there from McFarlane, and we'll kind of pop this camera back just a hair. And then we got a deluxe class Mirage that will pop in, a 6-inch black figure. He's going to hang out back there, and then a 3.75-inch Ahsoka Tano. And there we go. So you can kind of see how he compares just to a smattering of different characters and different figures. And so with Gojo, which Gojo do I like better? And we'll talk about that. Which Gojo should I Gojo with? Which Gojo I think is the coolest? And which Gojo I think you should Gojo with? So let's get back together for some of my final thoughts. Welcome back to my final thoughts on Satoru Gojo from Hidden Inventory Premature Death by SH Figuarts. Let's bring him back in here. Probably the pose I'm going to keep him in, one hand in his pocket, giving the peace sign. Just, this was innocence until something happened in that arc. So just really the most powerful, cocky as can be sorcerer in his time at Jujutsu High. This is him before what happens. Just nice, just happy, just go lucky, and things like that. So if you want to know what happens, you need to watch. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But between the three, first of all, I love this figure. They just get better and better and better. Every time SH Figuarts releases a new one, they just get better. I mean, this one is pretty phenomenal. I mean, all the accessories it comes with, the playful, they captured that perfectly, the playful facial expressions and just everything they did. Like I said, I wish I could have had a different body with the like bloody and torn up t-shirt and some bloody face and stuff like that for towards the end of that arc of what happens, but this will suffice. But between them all, so of course this is the original. Let me see if I can get them all in the shot. And this is Zero. Which one is my favorite? Let's go 1, 2, 3, okay? So I would have to say this one is number one. This one is the one I enjoy. Now, I know a lot of you will probably disagree, but this one right here is my favorite so far. On that, second would have to be this one here, Zero. I don't know why, but I loved the design of this character and the way it came out. And then third, but a very close third, would be the original. So 1, 2, 3, that's my thing. But probably tomorrow I would change that order. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But you know what? Once again, thank you, John, at Utopia Toys and Models, for that amazing deal on this figure that I got to review it for all of y'all. And so I still have the Hidden Inventory Premature Death Suguru Geto, as well as the Jujutsu Kaisen Suguru Geto that we'll review at another time. But today we're done. So in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.